The State of the Union is gay. Well, I'm referring to Obama's speech, which mentioned LGBTs multiple times.
We secured the freedom in every state to marry the person we love. Voices that help us see ourselves not first and foremost as black or white or Asian or Latino, not as gay or straight, but as Americans first. It's the son who finds the courage to come out as who he is, and the father whose love for that son overrides everything he's been taught.
But I'm also referring to the actual State of the Union, which in the last few years has been awfully queer. Think back to where we were just a decade ago, before Obama came to office. Only a handful of states had marriage, the government regularly deported married same-sex spouses, gay soldiers were kicked out of the army, the Oscars had never been hosted by a lesbian. Of course, marriage is the biggest change, so big I wrote a book about it, but you might not have noticed some of the other stuff that happened. For example, Obama repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell, he signed a Hate Crimes Prevention Act, he told hospitals that deny visitation to same-sex couples to knock it off. The White House directed agencies abroad to promote LGBT rights around the world, and we developed the first national comprehensive HIV/AIDS strategy. Wait, can that last one be right? Yep. It wasn't until 2010 that the nation had a comprehensive strategy to combat HIV, a disease that so far has killed about 700,000 people. What took so long? Well, maybe it had something to do with the people who were dying. Granted, Obama was slower than some would have liked on some issues, and there's still lots of work to do. Trans equality, non-discrimination protection in the workplace, ending conversion therapy, but Obama did lead, and thanks to his administration, the State of the Union has changed dramatically from where it was just 8 years ago. House Republicans, on the other hand, are stuck 80 years ago, failing to understand the change and just flat out refusing to accept it. The GOP candidates running for president this year have said that gay soldiers should be fired. They called same-sex parents unfit. They've raised money for abusive pray away the gay camps. The country's moved on, but these people haven't. For some baffling reason, House Republicans responded to Obama's speech via, of all things, Snapchat. And they promoted their Snapchat account with, even weirder, this animated GIF of Louis Virtel on Jeopardy! Louis doesn't need my help to read the House GOP's social media team. Go follow him on Twitter for his perfect response. But it is personally galling to me that the GOP would compare themselves to a man who managed to empower, uplift, and inspire an entire country with just a single snap. His Jeopardy moment was a nationally broadcast symbol of queer pride. It was a victory over a trivia question, but also over the stigma that would have shamed that gesture just a few years ago. So it takes a lot of nerve for House Republicans to promote themselves with an image that shows just how far we've come as a nation. A nation they think they're qualified to lead into the future, while in reality, their ideas are stuck further and further in the past. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and at Matt Baum on Twitter, and check out my book, Defining Marriage, for personal stories from the fight for marriage equality, now out in paperback and audiobook at definingmarriage.com. You can also find my podcast, The Sewers of Paris, for revealing tales of entertainment that changed the lives of gay men. That's at sewersofparis.com. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go watch the House GOP's rebuttal.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?